Hey everyone, David here. Welcome to the channel, Family Food Savings. So what are the fundamental habits and beliefs that are making you a poorer shopper? And what are the facts you need to know as someone who buys food at the grocery store to change the way you approach your weekly shop, save yourself money and budget smarter? Drawing on some wisdom from others, as well as my own experiences, that is the topic today. 3 things to share with you, so stick around to the end, because number 3 could seriously change your spending habits when it comes to food shopping. Let's go for it. All right, so the first belief that's costing you money, you believe in hacks. Now, you've probably heard of David Goggins and his very clear assertion that there are no hacks in life. And in my opinion, that is as relevant and true when it comes to shopping smarter for food as it is to keeping fit. So many people out there today are pushing shortcuts, they're pushing tricks. This hack will save you money. That secret will make your life easier. Reality, however, is this. There is no substitute for doing the work. And if you want to save money on food and eat well, you're just going to have to put the effort in to plan your meals, to write a list, to have the commitment to stick to your budget when you're in the store and not run around piling convenience crap in your trolley like it's a game of supermarket sweep. We all have our moments when we let our guard down. And I'm not going to lie and tell you that I don't buy things on impulse from time to time. So I know I have to be strong. I have to recognize the deals, the offers, the snacks are there to tempt me to spend more than I really want to. So it isn't sexy. It isn't going to make it on TikTok. But if you get the fundamentals right, planning, focus, commitment, actually tracking what you're spending, that's how you're going to succeed. And that's how you'll get your grocery spend under control and down to where you want it to be. 5 or 6 years ago, we were buying loads of convenience food, ready-made jars, lots of takeaways as well. And we were spending more and more and more on food. So we had to make a decision, and we did make a decision to stop and take back control of our food budget. And it wasn't easy. We had to be really disciplined with ourselves. We still do today. But now our food spend as a proportion of our income has stayed the same for nearly 3 years, despite inflation and despite now having 3 growing children to feed. So there is no quick fix and sadly no hacks. If you can't be bothered writing a shopping list today, then start tomorrow. As David Goggins would say, just do it and do it and do it. Which leads us to the second habit keeping you poor, and that's trading time for convenience. Now, the simple truth here is that as convenience increases, so too does cost. And understanding the relationship between time, money, and convenience will change how you spend your money. And not just at the grocery store. Many times a week, you'll be faced with decisions about how you spend your time. And very often, the choices that you make will have a direct impact on how much money you spend. Do you wash your car yourself or spend $50 at the car wash for someone else to do it? Do you bring lunch from home when you go to the office or spend $20 at the food court? Coffee shops, dry cleaning, meal delivery services. Every one of these offers the promise of a more convenient, less time consuming outcome. It's actually called the convenience premium, or sometimes even known as the convenience tax. And in every case, the alternative, i.e. doing it yourself, is cheaper, and in some cases a lot cheaper, but it will cost you more of your time. So we come to the grocery store. And the reason I believe many of us don't invest a lot of thought into the time versus convenience equation when we buy food is simply because the premium item by item is much smaller than it is for, say, the car wash. You just don't feel it as acutely when you're putting a $2 bag of salad in your cart, but little by little, it all adds up. So by the time you've got bagged salad, instant porridge, flavored yogurt, pre-prepared smoothies, granola, baby food, and so on, all in the trolley, it's no longer a few cents that we're talking about. And then when you multiply that out over a year, you could be looking at hundreds, if not thousands of dollars that you could be saving. So try these 2 things instead. For every item with a convenience option, actually consider how much time it's really going to save you. Let's take instant porridge as an example. that I know I'll be in the kitchen every morning, emptying the dishwasher, getting packed lunches ready, getting the girls dressed and set for school. The time I would save getting the sachet of porridge out of the box, into the bowl, adding the milk, then into the microwave is marginal, nominal in the overall context of my morning, compared to the fact that sachet probably would have cost 3 or 4 times what a bowl of regular oats would be costing me. By thinking in those terms, I talk myself out of spending money on a lot of unnecessary convenience items. And the second thing to consider, if it says instant or quick or fast on the pack, check the ingredients, because there's a very good chance you'll find stuff in there that you don't really want in your family, and that's the stuff you're actually paying extra for. So finally then, the big one that could really change your habits around food shopping, that's seeing the whole thing as a chore. Now this is inspired in part by a really good channel called Pro Home Cooks, hosted by a guy called Mike G, who refers to this in his video, which I've linked in the description. And also in part by a very good friend of mine who said to me very recently, and I quote, "I despise shopping for groceries. It's the most hateful couple of hours in my week." Some strong emotions there. But if you approach it in that way, then the odds are it will be, at best, a boring experience. And with that, you'll be more likely to try and cut corners to get yourself in and out more quickly, and maybe even make poor decisions when it comes to your budget. Mike, on his channel, talks about the unique language of food shopping. And personally, I really like that idea because it rings true for me. The more I've taught myself, the more I've enjoyed the opportunity to do a better job, to buy better food for my family, and ultimately to have the satisfaction of knowing my food budget is under control. Hopefully, you'll take something from these ideas that will help you change your mindset, and that in turn will help you to save your family more money each week. If you've got other ideas, beliefs, truths that you've learned over the years that have helped you save money, please go ahead and leave a comment. It would be great to hear from you. Go ahead and hit subscribe as well if you want to get more family food savings every week. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again next video.